get ready to match the stars. Gary Crosby, Brett Summers, Charles Nelson Reilly, Mary Wickes, from Family Feud, Richard Dawson, and Fannie Flagg, as we play the star-studded Big Money Match Game PM. And now, here's the star of Match Game PM, Gene Rager.
Howdy all. Thank you, friends. I thank you for joining us. We have a beautiful bunch over here. I greet you and thank you for showing up. And now would you all join me in greeting Deborah Bonnison and Jeff Jensen. How do you do?
Very fine.
We want to find out a little bit about each of you, and we'll begin with you, Jeff.
Well, I was born in New Zealand. At the moment, I live in Surrey in England, and I just travel to Los Angeles about every month with an airline.
Oh, you spend a lot of time here?
About a week every month.
Oh, really? So you've had a chance to see our show? Because this show doesn't go to England, you know.
Unfortunately, no.
No. So you do understand what we're after here?
Yes, I do.
Okay, Jeff, good luck to you. Now, Deborah, what about you?
Well, my husband and I have just recently moved to California from Florida, and we're thrilled to be here. And I'm teaching kindergarten at a school in the Valley.
Good for you, Deborah. That sounds marvelous. Okay. Now, I point out to both of you that here on Match Game PM, each of you will have 3 opportunities to match as many of the beautiful, celebrated people as possible. And the one who's done that most often at the end of the 3rd round will be the winner, and we'll go on to play the Big Money Super Match, which can pay off over $10,000. Good luck to both of you. Jeff, we'll begin with you. You may have a choice of A or B.
Well, I'll take B.
B it is for you. Anything you say, Jeff. Sylvia said, my husband Carl is a nut. When he sings in the shower, he insists on having a blank in there with him.
Let's see.
When he sings in the shower, he insists on having a blank in there with him.
Sylvia said my husband Carl is a nut. A nut.
I got grief, it's a novel.
He's writing home for money.
Now, Jeff, Sylvia said my husband Carl is a nut. When he sings in the shower, he insists on having a blank in there with him.
Pair of nutcrackers.
Different. Carl the nut, huh? Okay, listen. You have arranged your transportation back to New Zealand. Yes. I mean, we're not responsible for that, you know.
I figured that.
Okay.
Funny answer, isn't it?
He said a pair of nutcrackers is what he said, because we said Carl the nut.
Terribly painful. No, I said a 17-piece band.
A 17-piece band is a wonderful answer. He sings in the shower, he insists on having a 17-piece band with him. What do you say?
I said squirrel. No, I didn't
No.
say squirrel. I said piano.
A piano is good. Anything instrumental or anything like that.
I said a grand piano or a trio or Gary Crosby's Uncle Bob's band.
He'll go in there with you.
Yes, he will indeed.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Mary, my husband Carl is a nut. When he sings in the shower, he insists on having a what?
Full orchestra with him.
A full orchestra. You're getting the hang of it, Jeff. Don't give up. Richard.
Ina Ray Hutton and the all-girls band.
Ina Ray Hutton.
That date you. Oh, boy, that dates you.
Yes. Hello there.
I see by my notes, Jeff, that you're here a week every month.
Yes.
It'll work out just fine. However, I didn't match you. I said he had a mic with him.
A mic?
Yeah.
Right. An old friend. Or an electronic device. Deborah, we've got this one for you now. Listen carefully. As the frontier doctor bandaged the young cowboy's lip, the frontier doctor is bandaging
Nancy.
the young cowboy's lip, he said, son, I don't care how lonely it is out on the prairie. It was crazy of you to kiss a blank.
What was he doing, sewing up his lip?
The frontier doctor was patching up the young cowboy's lip.
I'm in good voice tonight. I'll sing later.
You will?
Oh, you
we'll
betcha.
look forward
Watch
to
that
that.
first step.
Okay. Charles is
Wait
meditating.
a second.
Is Charles writing another novel?
Right?
He's writing home
It's
for money,
okay.
something.
Everything is going to be all right.
He's writing home for money is what he's doing.
Here we
Okay.
go, Deborah. As the frontier doctor bandaged the young cowboy's lip, he said, "Son, I don't care how lonely it is out on the prairie. It was crazy of you to kiss a blank."
Cactus.
Cactus. That's good. That would hurt your lip, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would. but
Yeah.
So would kissing a coyote.
A coyote. Oh, that would be bad.
He will eat your face.
They don't like that.
No, they take dim view of it.
Right.
They don't like kissing coyotes.
No.
Neither do the coyotes.
I think this may be a match. I said cacti, as in two.
Cacti is one for Deborah. Okay.
Doesn't Fannie look pretty?
Yes.
Too bad she's not younger.
Leave her alone. Don't up. You're upstaging Charles. Now, when your turn,
Want to. He hasn't got
when your
no-
turn is over, you stop talking. Now, do you understand me?
We checked with him. He has nothing.
Yeah.
Okay.
On behalf of women everywhere, send contributions to help this poor. Which camera? 3. Hello. Help this woman. 1.
Show us your
Horse!
horse.
Naturally, a horse stinks.
I don't care how lonely it is on the prairie. It was crazy of you to kiss a horse.
Yeah,
No,
well,
she said to kiss a cactus.
I heard her. If you think the cowboy looked bad, you should have seen the coyote.
Coyote.
Way to go,
Two of
Mayor.
those so far, and only one cactus. Richard, another horse.
A horse.
Well, you see, the horse is would probably be the only living thing he had out there, right, Fannie?
Well, I said cactus.
Oh! 2 for her. So there we are. In the round 1, 2-0 the score. Now we've got this for you. Pay attention. Everybody who appears on this program in this department here will get the home version of the match game, which they will find thrilling. Okay, here we go to round 2. Deborah, you're ahead, so we'll ask you to go first.
I'll take B, please.
See, it is. Everyone except Brett and Fannie will play.
Oh, good. Let's go get a drink.
No. You were brilliant, my dear. Now, here we go. Melvin said to Marvin, "That's your..."
Get letters. Well, you know why we're going to get letters, but go ahead anyway.
Speaking of upstaging, Melvin said to Marvin, "That's your blind date over there. The one with the blank in her nose."
You certainly know some weird people.
It's a pleasure to have you here, my dear.
Right.
Okay, Deborah. Melvin said to Marvin, "That's your blind date over there, the one with the blank in her nose."
The finger.
I suddenly hate this question. Up until that moment, I thought, well, there's some interesting possibilities here.
Time to make dinner reservations.
Oh, no.
Are you ready? Cheap engagement ring.
And a ring in her nose. Sure. A ring in her nose.
Green one,
right.
green
Charles? Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't want to do it on the air. Ring.
Ring. 2 rings so far, Deborah. And no fingers. Mary.
With a ring in her nose.
So there's 3 of those so far. The one with the blank in her nose. Ring. Ring it is. There. And you don't play. But do you want to participate? No. Okay.
Better not.
All right. All right, Deborah, there's your round 2 question. Now, Jeff, we have this one for you. Everyone will play. Maid Marian said, "My husband, Robin Hood, is a little weird. On our honeymoon, he brought along his blank." That's what Maid Marian said. "My husband, Robin Hood, is a little weird. On our honeymoon, he brought along his blank."
Let's say.
This ought to be an easy one for you. Now, don't say it yet. Shall I read it one more time? Maid Marian said, "My husband Robin Hood is a little weird. On our honeymoon, he brought along his blank."
Be careful, dear.
Now, Jeff, Maid Marian said, "My husband Robin Hood is a little weird. On our honeymoon, he brought along his blank."
Robert Hood and his band of merry men.
His merry men. Jeff said on our honeymoon, he brought along his merry men.
Well, I'm sorry. I just picked out one of them, his little John.
His little John. I would have chosen Friar Tuck myself. What do you say?
Well, you've always tended to like a plump.
Come on now.
I've never been to New Zealand, but I've always loved England. It's one of my favorite countries. I said merry men.
Merry men. Okay, you got one there. 2-1 the score. Chuck. Merry men.
No, it's incorrect. No, it's incorrect. It's M-E-R-R-E-Y. Y-E. I meant correct how you spelled Mary over there. I said gang. Like a
gang.
The same thing.
Okay, merry men is gang. Score is now tied 2-2. On our honeymoon, he brought along his blank, Mary.
He did?
Yes.
Son of a gun. He brought along Friar Tuck and all the men of Sherwood Forest.
What about that? That's another one for him. That's all his merry men. That's the whole gang, Richard, right?
All of them. Sleepy, dopey,
Sleepy. Right. A wonderful bunch. Hello, sweetheart.
Haldeman, Ehrlichman, John
Yes.
Dean.
Okay. Here we go to round 3. This is the final round. Jeff, you're ahead, so we'll ask you to go first.
A.
I.
The first one.
I. You can have A. You can have anything you want. You're the only one, Gary.
Huh?
You're the only one.
Don't shake me up
It's
like
all
that. I get
yours.
nervous.
Here we go.
I can read it, too.
No.
The traffic cop.
It's right your way. Go ahead. You read it to me
The
first.
traffic cop pulled Gloria over and said, "Show me your driver's license." But Gloria didn't have one, so she showed him her blank.
I'll take a stab. You'll never get it.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Let me think of something.
Gloria didn't have a driver's license, so she showed him her blank.
All right.
Jeff, the traffic cop pulled Gloria over and said, "Show me your driver's license." But she didn't have one, so she showed him her blank.
Address card?
Address card. Identification card.
Yeah.
He said ID card.
Well, he's looking right down there anyway at cleavage.
Show me. Okay.
Nice man, good answer.
He wrote the ticket anyway. Okay, Deborah. Now here's what you have to do. You have to match 3 to tie and 4 to win. Are you ready? Brett, you
Yeah.
do not play. Fannie, you
No.
do not play.
Right.
The rest of you would, please. Audrey said, "I had no idea that a costume party could be so dangerous. I went dressed as a potato and some guy tried to blank me."
Perfect.
Yes.
If he takes time with that, I'm going to stab him with my pen. Oh, he did. What?
Okay. All right, Deborah, think carefully now. Audrey said, "I had no idea that a costume party could be so dangerous. I went dressed as a potato, and some guy tried to blank me."
Peel.
Peel, yeah. Good.
Same wavelength now. We're getting there now.
Peel. There we go. 5-3 to score. Now, Charles.
Oh.
Peel.
Peel. 5-4 to score.
All right, Chuck.
Okay, Mary, she's looking for a peeled potato.
Well, I can only speak from experience. Mash.
Mash. Well, that would be one of the other alternative good answers. Richard, a masher. So that means Jeff Jensen wins the game. There you go. And let it have you would please. I'll get back to you in a moment. Deborah, it was a pleasure to meet you. Some gifts will be coming your way from Match Game PM. Deborah
Thank you.
Bonison, ladies and gentlemen. While we're spinning her off, we've got a message or two we want to spin just for you. Here we go. All right. Jeff, it's time for the big money super match where you can win over $10,000. Now, to do that, we are going to have 2 audience matches here for you. And I want to point out, whatever you win in these audience matches will be multiplied by 10, and that's the final dollar figure you'll be playing for in the big head-to-head over there. All right, here we go. We polled a studio audience not too long ago, and we said to those people, you write down your best answer to this. Blank jewel. If you give us the answer that they wrote down most frequently, you get $500. Now, if you give us their second most popular answer, you get $250. And for matching the third, you get $100. That's yours. Now, 3 of our 6 celebrities will give you some suggested answers here. You may choose them or reject them, but let's hear what they are.
Got to have Richard.
Richard, sir.
Crown jewel.
Crown jewel. Okay.
Got to have Fannie for that week.
Yes.
Oh, give me an answer.
You're on your own, hon.
No, I think, now, wait a minute.
She's thinking as hard as she
What
can.
about a rare jewel?
Rare
Yeah.
jewel.
And Gary?
Gary.
How about Itza?
No.
Itza. What, that's a, who's that?
I'm like that.
It's a jewel. Now,
I
we
said
got to
it.
take the same thing. We can't have a debate up out there.
She had me
Just
reading
leave
up.
him alone.
I read an epistle over here.
Rare jewel, crown jewel, or it's a jewel are the 3. You have the option of choosing one of those or giving us one of your own.
Well, I come from England. Richard comes from over that way, and there's lots of crown jewels, so it's got to be crown.
You think it's crown? All right, we'll find out what it is right now. Let's go over there and begin at the bottom and reveal the $100 response. Family jewel. I always said family jewels with an S on it, but crown jewels would be with the S too. Okay, may we see the $250 number? Precious jewel.
Oh, that's me.
That's you, right,
That's
Mary.
me.
You're a precious, rare gem of a jewel.
True.
Last chance for crown jewel. Slide it. You got it. Congratulations. Well done. Very good. You've got the $500, which means the least you can be playing for is 10 times that amount or $5,000. You ready to go on with the second one?
Let's go.
All right, go. Leave it blank. Okay?
I've got to have Richard again, for luck.
Leave it to Beaver.
Leave it to Beaver. Fannie? Fannie's thinking.
Leave it to me.
Leave it to me.
Well,
Charles.
thanks a lot.
Yes, Charles?
Leave it to Jane.
Leave it to Jane.
Hey, who's that?
He just made it up.
No, go and check a theater book and see what a play in a musical is called Leave It to Jane, which was a big hit. Must I play in this sophomoric atmosphere any longer?
Leave it to Jane. Leave it to Beaver.
He didn't have a punch.
And leave it to me. Those are the 3, Jeff. You may choose one again or give us one of your own.
I've heard of beavers. It'll have to be Beaver.
Leave it to Beaver. Well, it was a very popular American TV show for a long, long time. He chose Leave It to Beaver. Let's find out if it's up there. May we see the $100 number? Leave it here. That's very grammatical, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. May we see the $250 number? Leave it alone. Well, it's the last chance for Leave It to Beaver. Slide it, Ori. Yeah! Very good. Okay. Now, Jeff, you've won $500 now. We multiply that by 10, which makes 5,000, of course. Add that to the previous 5,000. That gives you a pot of $10,000 to shoot for now. That's a lot of money. Now, to get that money, you've got to match one celebrity, and this has to be an exact match.
Richard.
Okay, good luck to you and to Richard. I hope you're on the same wavelength here. Let's see what the $10,000 question looks like. Here it is. Lewis blank. That's L-E-W-I-S. L-E-W-I-S. All right, Jeff. He's written his answer. We ask you to give us an answer that will match his. If you do, you get the $10,000. Lewis.
I can't think of one that way. I can think of Jerry Lewis.
You can think of Jerry Lewis.
Yeah, Jerry.
Well, we're saying Lewis blank.
It'll have to be Jerry. Lewis and No, it'll have to be Jerry. I can't think.
You can't think of anything else. Well, sometimes you draw a blank when you're up here, and that happens. Richard, he says Lewis and Jerry.
Martin.
What?
Martin.
Lewis and Martin.
That's if they ever get back together
Yes,
again.
of course. That's the way it's going to be if they ever get to...
They work as
together.
Martin and Lewis.
Face your accuser there, Jeff. What do you got there, Richard?
Well, I love Alice in Wonderland, Lewis Carroll.
Lewis Carroll. I would thought a practically fellow countryman of yours would say that, Lewis Carroll there. Well, I'm sorry you do a blank there, Jeff, but it wasn't a total bust because you have $1,000. Congratulations for that. Now we got this for you. Dear friends and gentle hearts, you were all wonderful, and I hope I'll see you all on this very stage again. I hope you'll join us next week for Match Game PM when we'll have more celebrities and another pile of money. We want to give it away. Come and help us. Gene Rayburn here. Goodbye.
Some contestants will receive the new Amana 28-inch wide energy-saving refrigerator with 2 inches of foam wall insulation in the refrigerator section, 2.5 inches in the freezer section from Amana, the energy-saving people. And the Zenith Mini Wedge, excitingly styled modular stereo with AM stereo, FM radio, 8-track recorder, precision changer, and labor-tuned port speakers. At Zenith, the quality goes in before the name goes on. And the Codaphone Message Center, a beautiful decorated telephone with built-in automatic answering system. You'll never miss an important call with Codaphone. And a gift set from New Improved Breck Shampoo. Now you can see, feel, and smell what New Improved Breck Shampoo does for your hair. And Simonize, the first great name in car waxes. Available in pre-softened liquid form. There are shines, and there are Simonize shines. And Gum Out Carburetor Cleaner. It helps keep your car free from slow starts, bucking, and stalling in the tank and on the linkage. Gum Out helps make your car a smooth performer. This is Johnny Olson speaking for Match Game PM, a Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production.